Hey guys, this is a continuation of the Warlords discussion we've been having. We're going to talk about the Atari 2600 stuff. You want to get Stella, not lr-stella, the retro one. And that's found in the options when you install the optional packages. So I'll back out of this in reverse so you can see it. So it's Manage Optional Packages. Before that it's Manage Packages. And then that is found in the Retropie setup. So before we were talking about Arkanoid and Avalanche and Circus, Kick, Major Havoc, Super Breakout, Tempest, Warlords, all the cool arcade stuff. But let's talk about the 2600 stuff. Kaboom, Night Driver, Super Breakout. I want to show you how to set this up. So let's go into Kaboom. You will have to use a keyboard, a USB keyboard plugged into your, you can see it there a little bit. Yeah, that'll be plugged into your Raspberry Pi, and also I have a little trackball mouse here to control it. So to get into the menu, you hit Tab. This will take you into a nice little screen where you'll notice the mouse works, and you don't have to do anything to get the mouse to work. It just runs on the Raspberry Pi. It's very nice. So let me show you the input settings. Number one, under devices and ports, you can adjust the sensitivity of the paddle. I left it at default. The UI events, you can map various things like the up, down, left, and right here in this screen. And the map button is what you'll select that'll let you choose a mapping in action. It's very much similar to MAME. But emulation events, you'll want to map select, reset. These are all like the switches on the 2600. But here's an important one. Took me a while to figure it out. Quit. That will exit out of the emulator back to emulation station, so definitely do a mapping for that. I have my little joypad button set for that. It's also Control Q on the keyboard. So that's the main stuff. This works pretty easy. There isn't a lot of setup to it. So let me show you Kaboom in action. I'll hit the button I have. The Turbo Twist 2 spinner is very responsive. So I hit my fire button. And I don't feel any delay in this. Raspberry Pi has some inherent lag, but I can't feel it in this. It doesn't affect the ability to play Kaboom, which is a very fast game. Very cool. So I'll hit my little magic joypad button to get out of that. Let me show you Super Breakout. Then I'll show you some audio settings that I haven't discussed before. I do have the audio turned down. It was raging loud in here and a little too loud. Very relaxing game. Check that one out if you've never played that one before. Alright, let's get out of this. Let me show you the various ways you can adjust audio. You can Google these things, but it takes a while to put all the information together. In the Retropie list, there's an audio section. I have it set to auto, which is actually using a 3.5mm jack going into some computer speakers I got at Walmart. There is a mixer where you can adjust the volume, but really you don't need to worry about that so much. Let's cancel out of that. If you hit start on your joypad, if you have it mapped, you can go down to sound settings. System volume, you can crank that thing up if you want. I have it at 75%. But now, let me show you the one that really makes a change. So using advanced MAME, let's go with Major Havoc, just for the fun of it. Once you're in there, if you hit Tab, you'll notice there is there it is, audio, and I'm using my keyboard. Alright, I have the mode on mono. You can leave the attenuation alone. But the amplifier, set that up to 20. That'll make a lot of difference. So if you do crank up that sound, where it was 75% earlier, if you crank that up to, let's say, 100, it's going to overdrive the speakers. It gets pretty loud. It's pretty impressive. Let me get out of this. And you do have to save that for the game after you make an adjustment. Alright, lots of fun to be had with this turbo twist spinner, so check it out and I'll get this baby uploaded here so you guys can check it out. Have fun.